Hey there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Roni Ocampo. On this channel, we talk all things wildland firefighting, from health and fitness, fire education, mental health, everything in between. If you're interested in wildland firefighting, I highly suggest you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you guys know when I upload. I have tons of people who keep reaching out to me saying, I want to get into wildland firefighting. I have no idea where to start. Help. And I'm like, okay, cool. I have a free guide that walks you step by step on how to apply, how to get going, what you need to do. So I don't have a video on that though. So I'm just going to kind of walk you through that guide of like, what is it that you have to do? It'll be down in the description for you guys to check out. So if you miss anything or if you just need like a visual, check down in the description. You've decided, okay, I want to look into wildland firefighting. So the first step is, what type of job do you want to have? Do you want to work on an engine crew? Do you want to work on a hand crew? Do you want to work on a helicopter crew? Now, I would say out of those three, those would be the starting point. And then you can get onto a hotshot crew after you have about a year or two of experience. And then a smoke jumper would be, you definitely have to have experience before you can even apply for that job. And experience just meaning that you have a season, at least one season of wildland firefighting under your belt. And then you can apply for those next year or the year after that. So you have to determine what job do you want to do. Now I have a video breaking down what each one does. It's basically everyone has the same job. It's just like doing it in a different way a little bit. So you can check that out. I'll have that video linked for you below as well. The second step is that you need to determine who is it that you want to work for. Do you want to work for the county, for the state, for federal, for contracting? There's tons of different options for you. So you kind of do your research. If you're like, I have no idea who I would even want to work for, kind of look in your area. So I worked for my county because that was just what was local. When I was living in Idaho, I was able to work for the Bureau of Land Management because that was in my area. That's who I applied to. So it just kind of depends on what you want to do. Also, if you're trying to apply out of state, say you're like, I just want to get some experience not in my local town, like I'm ready to go branch out and try somewhere new, try something different, then you can go wherever you want and apply to whoever you want. So you just have to kind of research, know a little bit what you want to do, and then just apply. I mean, you could apply for all different types and see just whatever one hires you. If that's the kind of the route you want to go, you can kind of shotgun it, or you can have a very specific, like, no, this is who I want to work for, and I'm going to apply for them. So it just kind of depends on how you want to go about it. In the guide, the third step is just determining the location. So like I said, kind of, it depends on how you want to look at it. You can flip 2 and 3 if you want, just, you know, who do you want to work for, or does it depend on your location? Whichever one is more of a priority to you, you can flip those steps. And then the fourth step is that you need to create your resume. So I haven't done it in a really long time, to be honest. So I'm not sure if you go into USA Jobs and you can upload it into there, or if you create it on usajobs.gov. I'm not 100% sure. You might want to look that up and see how they have it. And then I don't have any experience with contracting, so I'm not sure the application process. And like I said, for the county, when I did through that way, I just Googled and went through the application process that way. I didn't actually have a resume that I had to upload or create. I just had to answer a few questions. So again, it really depends on who you're applying for and what it is they want. But when I was doing it for federal, you definitely need to have a resume. And let me make this very clear. Do not let this deter you if you don't have any experience. They know that. You don't have to have experience. It's your first year. Nobody has fire experience. They still want you. So they will train you. Don't let that deter you from applying. Because if it says, do you have any experience? And you put no, that's okay. Don't let that freak you out or scare you. But it will be helpful if you're able to put in any of like your classes. I have my fire science management degree. So if you have anything like that, I would definitely put that in there, and they can determine if that's something that's going to help you get a GS4 over a GS3 position. So any experience that you can think of that would be beneficial, you worked on your grandpa's farm and you know how to handle a chainsaw. I don't know, something like that. Definitely put that in like a professional way. But put that experience on there. It may not be like formal training, but at least it's something that maybe they can work with, and maybe you'll get a little bit higher of a position. Before we go on to the next step, I do have to say that I do have a Wildland Firefighter career decision course. It's a mini course, but it will give you what the job is like, the benefits. So it kind of gives you like all the things you need to know before you make this career move. Firefighters are like 0 to 100. They're like, nope, or I'm all in, which I love that because that is exactly how I am. So if you're like, I'm not even like looking as like, I want to do one season, which is totally cool if you are. But if you're like, no, I'm looking like long term, is this something I want to be doing for long term? This is what this course is for. It's going to help you kind of determine, yes, let's go for it, or you know what, I don't really think that's the right path for me. So that's kind of what the mini course is for. It's quick. You can get it done in a day if you really wanted to, if you're ready to like consume everything, or you can take a little time and just like let things process. It's up to you. And then the last step, of course, is to actually apply. I believe in you. You can do it. Hit the button. You got this. So make sure you guys are checking down the description below. I have lots of resources in that guide and some other information in there. So make sure you're checking that out. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, please leave those down in the comments below. I tried to get to them as best as I can. YouTube doesn't always notify me when there's comments. So if I have missed your comment before and I haven't responded, I am so sorry. That is not intentional. I try to get in there as much as I can. Hopefully we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys. Okay, I think that's everything.